Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. I pray that you and your families are doing well. If you are new here, my name is Rabbit. I am a stylist and a life coach. I help women to develop their own personal style by building a wardrobe that they love. Not only do we focus on your wardrobe, we're going to be focusing on your inner man, which is your spirit, where your true beauty lies. I help you to get rid of dangerous and negative mindsets like low self-esteem, low self-worth, and lack of confidence. I teach you to have some boldness and some courage up in here. If that resonates with you, if you know someone who needs help in that area, please check out my contact information in the description box below. I want to give a shout out to everyone who liked, shared, subscribed to my channel, who left comments. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all are some real ones. This is a community where we believe in God. We like to uplift and edify other women. If you would like to be part of this community, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as make sure you hit the notification bell so that way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. With that being said, today I want to come to you with another video about please keep going. Do not give up. Do not give up. On my channel, I like to start with scripture. So we are going to be reading from Galatians today, chapter 6, verse 9. And it says, "And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." And I'm going to stop there. And that was Galatians 6 and 9. So you can go ahead and read that on your own time. So today I want to let you know, do not give up. I know life is hard right now. Life is hard in general, but it's definitely hard right now. With everything that's going on in the world, a lot of people are living in fear. They see what's going on around them or in the news, and they think, well, what's the point of trying? No, you should try, because if God has woken you up each day, that means that there is a purpose for your life. I don't care what people are saying about this is going to happen. Yes, those things might be happening, but God has his own plans for you. So do not give up. And that means do not give up in whatever you're doing. That could be starting that business that God told you to start. Yes, you can go ahead and start that business even though we're in a pandemic with this coronavirus. Yes, if God has told you to start that business, he's going to bless it. If he told you to start a podcast, start that podcast. If he told you to start that book, start that book. If he told you to go ahead and have that baby because you're pregnant and you're like, oh my God, what am I gonna do with the baby? The world's so bad. Have that baby. He knew what he was doing. Yes, it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna tell you right now, whatever you want to do that's new, it's always hard. When you start a new job that you have never done before, it's hard. When you have a baby, it's your first baby. Oh my God, it's hard, but you get through it. It's not going to be easy. When you start something new, a lot of times it's just the fear of the unknown. So we think, oh my God, I don't know how to do this. A lot of things I don't know how to do, but I figure it out as I go through it. And you'll be surprised when you have to do something, you're going to get that know-how. You're going to start reaching out. Things is going to start aligning with things that you're trying to do. So do not be afraid and do not give up. For God said that if you keep your eye on the prize and do not get weary, you're gonna reap a harvest in due season. But realize when you first start doing something, like I said, whether it's a business, a ministry, a podcast, a book, it is gonna be hard. And just to let you know, at first you're not gonna reap the harvest. When a planter, a farmer plants seeds or crops, he realizes that those crops are not going to be there the next day. It takes time to see your full harvest. And anybody who's smart knows that when you're sowing seeds in the ground, or you're sowing seeds into a ministry, or you're sowing seeds wherever, it takes time, but you will reap that harvest. Especially if God has told you to do it, you're going to reap the harvest. It's going to be hard at first, no doubt, because again, it's new. It's also the fear of the unknown, but also it's also hard because a lot of us, God told me that I was a trailblazer, meaning I'm going to be setting paths in my generation and in my family for things that people have never done before. So a lot of times your path will be, not as easy because no one has ever done it. So he's getting you to figure it out. You got to figure that thing out with you and God. But what I'm trying to say is that you will reap your harvest. You just got to keep going. Anything in life is hard, so keep going. I want to encourage you to please keep going. If God gave you everything you wanted right then and there, a lot of times we wouldn't even be able to keep it. We would squander it. There's things that I have asked God for that when I start looking in the grand scheme of things, if I had it right now, I'm truly not ready for it. Like, I would sit there and be like, you know what, God, forget it. After he gave me everything I asked for because I wasn't ready for it, nah, I think I'm done. No, he's putting you through a process. Everything has a process. And he is such a loving father that he doesn't want to give us more than we can handle. Even if we think we can handle it, he knows us through and through. He knows what would destroy us if he gave it to us, or what, he knows us through and through. And he's like, no, because through the process, it builds your character. It builds your strength. It builds your stamina. It builds your tenacity. So when you're doing things and people say something against you, you know how to fortify because God has built you up so much in that area, it don't even affect you. And people were like, Dag, how'd she do that thing? They said this about her, or this is going on, and it don't look like it's phased on her. You know why? Because God is building you through the process. He's building you up. So keep going. It's gonna be hard at first, and that's okay. But eventually you will reap that harvest. And do not look to people for support, because I've done this in the past where I expected certain people in my family to support, or not even necessarily financially, just looking to them for like, hey girl, you did a good job. Sometimes you could be doing your best, you could be killing it in a game, and sometimes certain people just won't give you the satisfaction to say, yes, you killing it in the game, you did a good job. They can't open their mouth to say that, either because maybe they don't agree with what you're doing, maybe they don't even think you're killing it in the game, or maybe they just don't, they hating. But it doesn't matter from that point of perspective, because we're not doing it to gain accolades and approval from people, because people are so fickle. One day they love you, the next day they don't. But what I'm saying is, don't look for people to support you in your family or just anywhere. Keep going, because you know that God has said he has told you to do it. You successful in the kingdom. It ain't about man's worldly success, because success is based on each person's idea of it. But if you're doing what God told you to do, you're already successful in that kingdom. But what I want to say about don't look to people for that is because a lot of times people, they're not going to support something that's positive. Now, if you sent them something that was negative, someone fighting, twerk videos, the busted challenge, they'd be all for it. But when you do talk about God or doing something for your business in a positive way, they don't want to hear it. So keep moving, keep trucking. If God told you to do it, he already got the seal of approval. There was times in the past when I tried to do things without God and I was not successful because I tried to do it without him. So now today I realize, no, I'm going to do it with God, because when I do it with God, I can't lose. But in the past, I would try to do something and I would fail, or I didn't see the results immediately. Guess it ain't God's will for my life. And that's not true, because the blessings are already stored up for us, but we got to go out there and get them. And when he says you got to go out there and get them, we got to tear down strongholds, because you think the devil is just going to let you walk into your promised land and let you get all them blessings that God has for you. Realize this: when we say hater, the devil and his minions are the epitome of haters. They actually created that word. They are the true haters. So they're not going to let you just get what God has for you. So you do have to fight for it. So don't say another day, and I guess it ain't God's will. If you know for a fact that God has told you to do it, it is his will. Because as soon as you say, I guess it ain't God's will, and you give it up, the enemy is coming for your blessings, and he's laughing straight to the bank with your blessings like, she's stupid. It was for her. She just didn't work hard enough. She got scared of us. She got scared of fear. So don't let fear stop you. It's going to be hard, but keep going. Keep going in life. Everything in life is hard. Ain't nothing easy. God never promised us it was going to be easy. You know what? People who are successful, how they are successful is because they didn't give up. They were relentless. They kept going after that thing. When people were sleeping and taking naps and going to parties or whatever they was doing, they was up doing that thing. They was losing that sleep. You got to sacrifice for what you want. I realized that because I used to be like, God, I want it so bad. You told me I was gifted in this area and I got this and this, but why can't I just get it? I thought he was going to physically just drop it in my lap. He don't do that. Okay, and honestly, why would you want something that you didn't work hard for in the first place? When you don't work hard for something, you don't understand the true value of it. It's just like when you give your kids something and they didn't work hard for it. Look how they tear it up. And you be over there silent, like, kind of annoyed because you sat there and wasted your money and didn't even appreciate it. But that's how children are. If you didn't work hard for anything in life, you're not going to know how to appreciate it because it's not your blood, sweat, and tears. So you got to work hard. You got to sacrifice. I'm up here making videos. I have 4 children, and sometimes it's hard to make videos. I got to cook. I work outside the home. I got a husband. They be up there stomping on my head, making noise. Sorry about that. Y'all may hear them from time to time, but they be up there stomping on my head. But yet, though, I still got to show up. It's no excuse, because you know what happens when you don't live your dreams? You become bitter, and then you start blaming them, when honestly it's your fault, because we all make time for the things that we want to do. I saw people who have more children than me successful, and that gave me some encouragement, like, shoot, if they can do it, I can do it. I can't sit here and blame kids, a husband, and a job. I got to do what God told me to do. So keep doing it. It may be hard at first, but you're going to get through it. You're going to reap that harvest. You're going to be so happy when you get that harvest. I can't wait. You can't wait to chill. I can't wait to reap my harvest, what God has in my life. But I gotta put in that work first. And doing it for a month, that ain't no necessary work. You gotta keep doing that thing. You gotta keep doing it. The people that I see that are successful and they got all these things that I want, they kept doing it. They were showing up with excellence even when people were not even watching them. And that's what God wants to see from us. He wants to see how much you're going to sacrifice for that thing. How much do you really want it? Because when he blesses you, he's going to show up and show out, and everybody who sees it is going to know that it was God. So keep going, okay? Do not give up. Do not get weary, for in due time you will reap that harvest. And this video is coming to an end, but I just want to say, please like, share, and subscribe to your girl if you like the video. And I want to say thank you so much. I love you guys, and ciao.